Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to episode 10 of Parkour Conversations. I hope everyone's been doing well, and we're nearing the end of the year. We're nearing that Christmas season, so I hope everyone's been taking some time to take care of themselves. No one's too caught up in the busyness of what this season brings, right? The season always brings busy time, but don't forget to take care of you. Don't forget to spend time with the people you love, right? So in today's episode, I just wanted to have relationship talks, really talk about how I think a lot of people get too comfortable in their relationships, whether that's friendships or romantic relationships. And this is more towards romantic relationships, but anything that you can apply to a romantic relationship, you can also apply to a friendship, right? Because I feel in relationships, people get too comfortable. People settle and don't push their partner. And something that I saw was, how would you feel if somebody compared you to your partner, right? Somebody was like, oh, hey, you remind me so much of them. And it really makes you think about, is the person that I want to be with, or is the person that I'm with somebody who I want to be with, or somebody who is positive, somebody who, when somebody mentions them, I want to be like them, right? And it's not, oh, I don't necessarily like being compared to my partner, or it's even, I don't like when people compare me to my friends, right? And I feel like that's an issue. That's a problem. You're spending so much time with somebody that you don't even want to be like, or there's certain characteristics that you see in them that you don't want for yourself, that you may even have for yourself because you spend so much time with them. Somebody's like, oh, hey, you remind me so much of this person, of your partner, because you are so similar in these ways, right? When somebody says that, are you happy about it, or are you like, oh, why are you comparing me to them, right? It's, if somebody's like, oh, you handle situations poorly just like your partner, it's like, I don't want to be compared in that way. But if somebody is like, oh, you remind me so much of them because they're so disciplined, they deal with their problems, they deal with other people's problems so well, right? When somebody compares you to your partner, somebody compares you to your friends, you're happy about it, right? You want to be like them. So I feel like if you have a partner or a friend that you do not want to be compared to, then maybe they shouldn't be in your life anymore, right? Because you don't want people in your life who will bring you down. You want people in your life to make you better, right? You want them to positively influence you in all ways of life, right? And I feel like in relationships, people will get comfortable and not push each other. They'll never challenge each other, right? So much time has gone by and it's like, what are we doing? We're not growing at all. We're the same people we were when we first started this relationship, right? Your partner should push you and remind you of who you can be. There's no point in having a partner if they don't push you, they don't remind you, right? They should be the ones to challenge you, because sometimes it's hard to challenge yourself, right? It's hard to they have to be your biggest supporter, but also your biggest critique, right? They can tell you and support you and be there for you, but also let you know when you're lacking, when you're doing a certain thing that isn't benefiting you in the best way, right? They have to be there for you, but they also have to be the one to tell you, hey, you can't be doing that, you shouldn't be doing that. But I feel like in many relationships, many friendships nowadays, there's no challenge, there's no push, right? But you have to push and challenge the people in your life, because a lot of people, they won't do it themselves, right? It's hard for a person to challenge themselves. It's hard for a person to really look at themselves and understand what they need to be better at, how they need to get better, right? So you have to be that person to push them and challenge them. If they get upset or they don't like when you criticize them, they don't like when you try to make them better, I feel like you have to get out of their life, right? You challenge them, you try to make them better. You see something in them that they don't see in themselves, and they're getting upset at you for wanting better for them. You can't really do anything about that except leave, right? Like, you can be patient with people, but it also gets to a point where if like you're wasting your time, right? You feel obligated to a person, so you remain patient with them. But you have to have that discernment of, some people just need to change on their own, and I have to make it known that, hey, if you continue this behavior, I can no longer be here to support you. This is not healthy for me, and this is not healthy for you. Every single time we have a conversation, I tell you that you should be doing certain things, and you get upset at me. And I'm not gonna hold my breath, and I'm not gonna watch yourself hurt yourself, right? I'm not gonna watch you hurt yourself. So it's better for you and it's better for me if we go our separate ways. It's not because we had a falling out or anything, it's just that we are two different people. I challenge, I want to be challenged, but you don't challenge me in any way, right? If I challenge you, you get upset. So I feel like if you have those type of relationships in your life where you try to challenge somebody, where you try to give somebody some constructive criticism, you try to give them some feedback, and they can't handle it, they can't take it at all, then you're just two different people. And that's where I feel people get too comfortable in their relationship, right? It's like you have that person now and you don't need to chase anymore. You have that person in your life, so now you are comfortable. But if you were single, you'd be chasing after your dream, you'd be chasing after your career, because once you get that career, once you achieve that dream of yours, then that partner will come, right? But if you already have that partner, then you, I feel, lose that sense of drive, right? Lose that sense of, I need to be here in order for my partner. Nowadays, I feel people's partner don't push them to be a better version of themselves, right? People's partner, they're not like, now since I have my partner, I need to do everything that I can to provide, not just for me, but also for them, right? Because before it was just myself, and if I didn't succeed, it was me who would starve, right? But now I have two mouths to feed. I feel like a lot of people lack that mindset when they're in a relationship. They're like, oh, I have my partner, now I can chill, now I can do whatever I want, right? They're not gonna leave, I can lose myself, I can gain weight, right? People always talk about when people get into relationships, they get that relationship gut, right? They stop exercising, they don't have to, or they don't feel the need to look good for their partner. But you need to always be in that like dating mindset, right? You always have to try to impress your partner. You'll always have to still like date them, right? You still have to try to always pursue them. Always, it's like we never met, right? It's like our first time meeting, and I'm trying to be the best version for myself in order for you to understand, hey, this is the real me, this is who I really am, right? You have to be that person all the time that, like, not that you're trying to impress them all the time, but you have to want more for yourself, right? And just because you're in a relationship doesn't mean that you can just cruise, right? It doesn't mean that you take your foot off the gas and not pursue or not go after anything in your life, right? And I feel too many people are too comfortable in their relationships, their friendships, because there's not enough challenge. And it's not just about challenge, because I feel a lot of people don't trust their partner, right? They feel, hey, is my partner telling me this because of their insecurities, or are they actually trying to make me better? And I feel a lot of people, they have such big egos to where if somebody in their life tells them, hey, you shouldn't be doing this or you should be doing this, instead they think they're trying to tear me down, right? It's, what do they know about my life and who I am? They just met me, or they haven't known me for this long. They don't know every little thing that I've been through. They're just trying to tear me down. They don't know all the things that I had to go through. So why are they trying to tell me how to live my life? Why are they trying to tell me what to do with myself? But I feel you can't have that mindset of people are trying to tear you down. People are against you, right? If you have genuine, kind people in your life and they challenge you, they criticize you, it's always from a good place. If they love you, it's always from a good place. Maybe they delivered it not in the best way, maybe they didn't communicate it in the best way, but you have to understand that it's because they love you, they're trying to challenge you. They see something in you that you don't see in yourself, and you need those people in your life, because sometimes when you don't believe in yourself and another person believes in you, that's what gives you the belief to believe in yourself, right? But I feel you shouldn't need somebody in your life to believe in yourself, because it's rare that you'll find somebody who believes in you and you don't believe in yourself, because nobody's going to believe in you until everybody does. So if you find somebody who believes in you, and if you find somebody who challenges you, pushes you, even when you don't want to be pushed, you don't want to be challenged, you have to hold on to those people, right? You have to understand that those people want the best for you. Those people are the people who are really down for you. So don't push them away. Don't get upset at them for trying to make you better, for trying to push you to that person. They know that you're meant to be. So it starts with trust, right? You have to trust that person enough to understand, hey, they're doing this for me, right? They're not doing this to me, but they want the best for me. Even if we don't end up together for the long run, they're trying to make me the best version of myself. And I feel like if you're in a relationship, you have to understand that, are you pushing your partner and making them who you want them to be for your needs, or are you trying to make them the best for themselves? Because I feel like a lot of people, they have like that perfect avatar of their partner in their head, and they slowly mold whoever they're with into that person. But are you molding them into the person you want them to be, or the person that they're meant to be, right? So drawing that line and understanding the difference between the two. Am I doing this because this is challenging them for them, or am I trying to challenge them in order to mold them into who I need them to be, who I always pictured myself with that person to be, right? I always wanted my partner to play basketball. I always wanted my partner to be this and that, right? It's like, for me, I'm a believer, right? So it's like, am I molding my partner into a believer? Am I trying to mold my partner into a believer because that's who I always pictured myself to be with? Or is it because that's the best for them, right? It's why am I doing certain things? So you have to ask yourself, why do you push your partner certain ways? Why do you tell them to go down this path? Is it for me or is it for them? And you always have to do things for them, even if you know that, hey, this isn't what I pictured my partner to be, but you know that they are somebody else and you need to help them become who they are, not who you think or want them to be, who they need to be, not who you need them to be, but who they need to be. So don't get too comfortable in your relationships. Always remember to challenge your partner, challenge your friend, challenge people around you. Don't take criticism as they're trying to tear you down, but they're trying to bring you up, right? Understand that it's always out of a place of love. So I hope everyone has a good holiday. Everyone has a good Christmas. You're going into the new year with a good mindset. But I hope everyone's doing well. See y'all in the next one.